And so anyway, we're now going to meet a Californian surfer, actually, who's gone in the opposite direction across the Atlantic to Aaron and Sam here.
Yeah, he's set up shop on the Northern Irish coast to help with a project that's close to his heart.
California, the birthplace of modern surfing. And a little-known therapy that uses riding the waves to tackle a range of developmental and mental health conditions.
I'm in Portrush on the North Antrim coast to meet Californian surfer Nick Kellerman, who now lives here and specialises in surf therapy, which is aimed at young people with autism.
Nick lives in Portrush with his wife Katie and their young family, stepdaughter Kyla and brothers Odin and Dorian. But the family's never far from the beach.
Surfing has so many things that make you pretty much one with yourself, because when you go surfing, it's all up to you to do it, and I think it really is an awesome feeling.
Working with the Alive Surf School, Nick helps teach the surf therapy course, but he also has personal skin in the game.
My daughter has autism, so does my son, and over the years since they've been surfing, they have the confidence to be independent, so I think surfing has definitely broken them out of their shell.
Today, Nick's with students from Ardnashee and Knockavoe special schools, pupils in their final year, all of whom are autistic. They are at a key point in their lives, about to leave school. Teacher Sinead Crossan knows that can be a very challenging event.
It's the end of a journey for a lot of these young people, and I think it's the not knowing what comes next is the difficult part for them to cope with.
Tell me about some of the kids here.
So we've got Keelan, and Keelan finds change and routine very, very difficult. So if his routine changes, Keelan can become quite isolated and distant from a group.
And Richard?
Richard finds anything outside of his comfort zone a real challenge. We need to be making these pupils more resilient so that they can cope with this big change that's coming as they reach the end of a huge chapter in their life.
Research shows that taking risks can build up a child's resilience.
You see that white water? That white water is going to be coming at you after the wave breaks.
So after a quick lesson on shore from Nick, the kids are ready to hit the water. But Keelan has some concerns.
I have a question here.
You sure there are no sharks out there?
I'm positive there's no sharks out there right now.
Surfing seems particularly effective for young people with autism because they often struggle with sensory overload. The constant rhythm of the waves provides a unique relief and calm. And the snug-fitting wetsuit also gives them a sense of security. Keelan's fears are gone and he's riding the waves. But back in the beach, Richard is finding it difficult to take the plunge.
A lot of children and young people with autism present with very high anxiety, and this is something that we have to nurture and address to ensure that these young people can cope.
Learning to cope is crucial.
About 60% of young people with special education needs go on into adulthood with serious mental health issues, and we're trying to put health and well-being at the core of what we do in Ardnashee School.
With a little help, Richard's decided to give it a shot.
Richard went from completely freaking out yesterday to just wanting more and more today. His self-esteem is up in the sky now.
I don't know, it feels weird. Pretty cool though. Yeah. Scared of starting and got in it. Proud of myself.
If you just look around at what's going on here, the emotional responses to being in the water, this has been a fantastic experience.
Clearly, surfing is enjoyable, whoever you are. But the effect it's had on these kids has been something else to see. What a simple, enjoyable, dynamic therapy.
Ah, looks like good fun, that, doesn't it?
A couple of days.
Yeah.
I mean, you always feel alive, don't you, in any water really around the UK.
I've never done
Freezing.
surfing though, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a bit of a surfer.